All right, gotta do a part two. Let me put this on airplane. So I started 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course, and I have kept the faith. So you have to fight as Paul fought. We have to fight as Paul fought to keep the faith, because we have many forces that are against us, forces that we don't see, and forces that we can see. Okay, and you can see the forces that we don't see through the spiritual understanding of the scriptures. Okay, knowing why things happen to you, knowing that evil forces are working to test your faith. Okay, and if you're a part of the elect, it's all to build you up, your faith up in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. 2 Timothy 4:8. Henceforth there's laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, Yahushua, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearance. So all the Israelites of the elect are going to receive a crown. Okay? A crown of righteousness. All right? Which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give in that day. What day? The day when he come back. All right? There's going to be crowns laid upon the men of the Lord. All right? For fighting the good fight of faith and professing a good profession before many witnesses. Okay, we are showing the spirit of true patriotism, and we're fighting. Look, what we're fighting for is our fathers. All right, which through our fathers was established Israel and Jerusalem. Okay, so we're fighting for our heritage of our forefathers. All right, to keep it alive, to keep that idea and that image alive, just like Esau fought to keep that image of Rome, the image of Greece alive. We are fighting for our fathers as well. This is Romans, which is the righteous side. This is Romans. Well, let me go back to Sirach 44:19. Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory there was none like unto him. Who kept? So we want to be like our father Abraham. Okay. Who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh. That's circumcision, was to remind the Israelites that we in covenant with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And when he was proved, he was found faithful. When he was tested, he was found faithful. The same mindset that we have to be in. Okay? If we representatives of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and of our fathers, we have to have the same mindset, okay, and traits. So we have to, once we're tested, okay, we have to be found faithful, still dedicated to the mission. And the mission is preaching this gospel, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, according to what the scriptures say do, not teaching false teachings, but the true teachings, and in continuing those teachings and those in that conduct unto the end. All right, verse 21. Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake the blessing of all men in the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing, and gave him an heritage, and divided his portion among the 12 tribes did he part them. All right, so this is our heritage, and we had for a time discontinued from our heritage, but as the scriptures say, being returned, yeah, that's let's see, 10 times. This in the book of Sirach. Okay. Bear with me as I find a precept. Alright. See more. I know I gotta find it like that. What? Let's see. It's just mindset that we are in. Being alright. But I guess I can't find it, but the scripture says, being returned, seek him 10 times more. Alright. Now I'm not sure. What is not popping up for? More. Khan is in Baruch, that's why. Alright, this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. So how do we cry? We go out to the highways and byways, do these lessons, pray. Alright, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So we ought to be on fire for you. So we should continue to be on fire for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, because the great hope that we have, the inheritance and the promises that was given unto the nation of Israel, starting with the fathers, knowing that we are fighting for something. We are fighting for the legacy that was already set before us. Okay, we're just coming back into the remembrance of our heritage and our legacy. Let's read about Abraham. This is Hebrews 11 and 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive an inheritance. And what is that place? Back then, during the time of Abraham, it was called the land of Canaan. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive inheritance, obeyed. And he went out, not knowing whether he went. By faith, he sojourned into the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promised. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is God. And guess what? That's the kingdom of heaven. That's the inheritance that was promised to Abraham through faith. Also, Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one of him as good as dead. So many. Read that again. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars. Let me read that one more time. Hebrews 11 and 12. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky, and the multitude, and as the sand which is by the seashore, innumerable. Okay. Mm. Then th- these all died in faith, not having received the promises, okay, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. And that's what we are. We're strangers and pilgrims, but we're fighting for our fatherland, for our country, for our countrymen. Okay. All right. So real quick, let me see. All right, read Hebrews 11 and 12 in the ERV. Abraham was so old he was almost dead, but from that one man came as many descendants as there are stars in the sky. So many people came from him that they are like grains of sand on the seashore. Okay? Man. All right. So, verse 13 again. These all died in faith, re- not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off. And now the promises are closer than ever. Okay? We're about to receive the promises, and when we're persuaded of them, okay, and we have been persuaded of them and embraced them, we have embraced, okay, them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on earth. So we just in America to carry out our suffering, and also on this mission, like sleeper cells, to preach this gospel, and then it's going to lead to salvation. This is Isaiah 62 and 1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake will I not rest, until righteousness thereof go out forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. So Yahweh said, for Zion's sake will he not hold his peace. Okay? For Jerusalem's sake will I not rest, until the righteousness there go forth as brightness, and salvation thereof as the lamp that burneth. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of Yahweh shall name. And thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of Yahweh, a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate. But thou shalt be called Hezbollah, in the land Bala, for Yahweh delighted in thee, and thy land shall be merry. And we're going to be joined back to our land. This is Isaiah prophesying. Isaiah said, for Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest. And this is the mindset of the prophets today. Okay? We ain't going to stop until we in the kingdom. Okay? It says, we ain't going to stop until we in the kingdom. All right? And also we have what? We ain't going to stop believing in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua word, okay, in Jerusalem until until Yahweh come back, okay, until the prophecies are fulfilled, all right, until the physical manifestation is here. So, well, I say stop believing. Well, we're not gonna hold our peace, okay, and rest until Yahweh shall come back, as it's about to go into. For as a young man marrieth a virgin, so shall thy sons marry thee. And as the bridegroom rejoiceth over the bride, so shall Yahweh rejoice over thee. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day and night, when we are those watchmen, namely the Hebrew Israelites of the great millstone. All right, and you have other camps, okay, They're being watchmen. But it's all according to the true doctrines and the true breakdowns, which if you follow in the apostles, okay, doctrine, then you are teaching the truth. It says, ye that make mention of Yahweh keep not silent, and give him no risk till he establish it, and until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay, so we're going to continue to show that spirit of patriotism. Okay, fighting for Jerusalem, fighting for Zion, fighting for our heritage, fighting for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right. Let's see. There was a precept up in here. This is Jeremiah 33:9, and it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the posterity that I procure unto it. So the other nations, they're going to fear and tremble at the blessings that we're going to receive from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Zephaniah 3:19 and 20. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. This is the Israelites starting with the elect. And I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. Okay, so we're going to get praise and fame everywhere. Okay, because we have been put to shame amongst the whole world. At that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, okay, through Yahweh Shah and the angels on the chariot, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said Yahweh. So the Most High said He gonna do it. He gonna bring us back to our land. He gonna give us fame and glory above the other nations, and we're gonna rule in righteousness. All right. So all we have to do is continue in that legacy that our forefathers have set, which is fighting the good fight of faith, having faith with what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah has said. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Call Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, Bashem Kakadash, Brakathon Shalom.